Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on a 1957 Ford Thunderbird. Very nice, very nice. So what seems to be going on with this one, it seems like the fuel pump has given up the ghost. Fuel pump is down there. This car has power steering. So I know minimum I'm gonna have to take this bracket off, but I think it'd probably be just easier just to go ahead and take the power steering pump completely off, and that'll give me more than ample room to work on the car. So there is a bolt here, and that runs over to the power steering pump. I'll go ahead and take that one loose too. Got to take this one loose, and some of the bolts over here loose so I can get the belt loose. Then there's a bolt here and a really big bolt right here. I hope I don't lose that. They'll never find one to replace it. And then I can get the whole pump. And I do believe there's enough lines on it where I can get it up out of the way. I might go ahead and pull the upper fan shroud out. You know, it's like 2, 4, so 8 bolts, and then this will come out, and this will give me even more room to put the power steering pump out of the way. So let me get taking some of the stuff apart, and I'll come back and show you what I've done. Alrighty then. So I did take the fan shroud out. It has 8 bolts in the top, and then the bottom just drops. There's nothing holding the bottom in. Then I took out this top bolt, which had 2 spacers here. This one only had 1 spacer, so I wrote it on a piece of paper, don't forget. And now I've taken this other adjustment bracket off there. So I think that'll give me enough room to get in here to work on the fuel pump. So now, you can see this is the outlet of the fuel pump into the filter, and it bolts to the bottom of the water pump, fuel pump, excuse me. The fuel pump and comes on up to here, and then this is the inlet line from here. They got a new rubber line for me, so I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it here. Now this is a dual pump. This pump pumps fuel in the bottom, and the top pumps vacuum, and this vacuum is for the wipers. So you got to make sure that you don't mix up the lines. So once again, I'll draw a map of what goes where. So as you see, this line comes up and then crosses over to the top and then goes into the engine. So the engine goes into this one, and then this one goes to the wipers. But I don't know why it says in. I guess that's in and out. I don't know. I don't know why it's that way. But I'm going to take and get a piece of paper, just like I did here, that tells me that the top hole has a spacer, the bottom hole only has 1. So I know what's going on. Don't know why my camera does not want to charge. Oh well anyway, so now I've gotten that off of there. Now we're going to go ahead, I'm going to draw a map on these two. Once I draw a map for those two, I'll get this line taken off. I'm going to try to get that line off, but I might be able to leave this line hooked up and disconnect it up here and take that all out as assembly. So so far everything has been 1/2 inch and 9/16. These bolts were 1/2 inch. This bolt was a 9/16. The adjuster was 9/16. I do believe these two also were 9/16. All right, let me figure out why my camera is not charging with the power pack, and I'll go ahead and get some more of this taken apart. Okay, so I went ahead and pulled these vacuum lines off. They're in order, so I'm not going to be worried about them. I'm going to bungee it out of the way. So then I came down here and I disconnected the rubber line that hooks to the main fuel line of the car, and then actually this fitting was kind of loose, so I was able just to push this out of the way. And then actually I was able to get down here to get the fuel line out between the fuel pump and the filter housing. So now all I have to do, I tried to turn the motor over to put it on top dead center, but I can't seem to find a timing mark. So I'll have to re-look at that to see about that. And I went ahead and I pulled the lower fan shroud out so it doesn't poke a hole in the radiator. So now it looks like there's a 9/16 bolt here and a 9/16 bolt over here that hopefully I can get to and get the fuel pump out. So let me get that taken out and I'll be right back. All right, I already got the back bolt out. Here is the front bolt. And now the fuel pump should just pop off of there and slide on out. Hopefully it'll just slide. Yep, there we go. And I got it out. I'll come back, show you the new pump. All right, so now that I got the pump out, I need to come down here and I need to clean this surface off real good because it left a bunch of gasket scum. So let me come over here and show you the old pump and the new pump. So here's the old pump. It's got an adapter there, a brass adapter there, and a brass adapter there. So she bought a remanufactured pump from Hill's Thunderbird Center. And here's the pump. It looks pretty good. Came with a gasket. She bought a new brass elbow, the brass adapter, a fuel filter, and a new rubber line, which was probably a very, very, very good idea. So now I'm gonna get some Teflon tape and I'm gonna Teflon tape all the fittings to get them all put back in, and then we'll start reassembling. Now I tried to turn the motor on top dead center to make it easier to install, but I think this goes underneath the eccentric, so I'm gonna be able to get it up in there, and I'm gonna glue this gasket onto the pump there, and maybe just I'll use a little bit of silicone to the outside. So that's how you take the pump off. I need to get on the ball and get this car back together. So let me get it all back together, and then we'll start the car up and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Alrighty, we already started it up before we put the fan shroud on to make sure it was run. But go ahead, Brian, fire her up. And as you can see, the fuel bowl is full of gas. The pump was bad. We have no leak. Check for leak at all. Everything that we did, and everything looks good. Car sounds pretty good. No leak down there, no leak down there. Everything looks good. Another one. Another one taken care of. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. That is how you take a fuel pump off a Thunderbird, and it's put it on the same way. Like I said, I don't know why this has two spacers here, one spacer there, but that belt is running pretty true. The fuel pump finger goes down and comes up. It doesn't sit on top, it goes down and up. So, all right, I'll leave it here. All right, everybody, thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe. You can always do that in that corner down there. Please give me a thumbs up if you like my automotive videos.